Hi, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for joining again. It's been a long silence for about a week. I'm happy we're back. Thank you, Red and Andy, for joining me this evening. Hi, Red. Can you?
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
Good to be here once again, Comfort. Always enjoy coming on your show.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Same here. Hi, Andy.
Hi, I seem to be part of the furniture, so I love it anyway.
Yes, sure. So Red is happy to join you and me all the time because we're the furniture of this very room. So thank you.
Absolutely.
So, guys, as you can see, we just invite everyone to join in the chat. Drop your comment in the chat section, and of course, we'll highlight it and let's see what you have in mind. So, the topic says Onpassive will make all affiliates look like experts, and we hand it over to Red. So, Andy, Red seems to be all right.
There he
Can you
is.
hear us, Red?
He's a little bit slower today.
Yeah, if he's slow, Red, maybe you want to log out and then come back again, guys. Just go ahead, drop your comments, what you think about the topic before we hear what Andy and Red will be saying.
Oh, here he
Red,
is.
can you hear us or just all right?
He muted
We
Red.
can't.
Yeah, hopefully,
Yeah, we can't.
everything's okay, Nate. I just changed over
Yes, yes, yes.
my router's not working very well, so I've gone onto my phone. Anyway, why do we all three of us here believe that being the affiliate in Onpassive is going to make you guys the hero? And why do we believe this, especially because of Onpassive? I think you need to cast your minds back really to when we all joined, or the people who joined as a founder for sure, what the whole purpose of Onpassive was. It really is for the 98% who haven't really done or been successful online. Why is that? Basically because we can't market, or we're not very good at marketing. We don't know our way, particularly around the internet, what tools, what products we need to be able to, even if we could do those marketings, what areas we're going to market into. How do you actually get that traffic to come and have a look at what you're trying to sell? All of these things are reasons why only 3 or 4% at the top of that tree can actually succeed as far as network marketing is concerned online, whether it be an MLM business, network marketing, direct sales. They all fall exactly into the same pot as far as getting what you are trying to do out there to the general public so that they click on your link and then go on to purchase something that you are offering. Now, that has always been the number one thing that people are trying to achieve. So where does Onpassive come into all this? Like I said, for those that are founders, one of the reasons that people joined as a founder in that early bird position was to be able to enhance themselves by a company called Onpassive that is going to do all of what I've just described, hard legwork for us. Now, that has not changed. Yes, the business model of Onpassive has changed over the period of time that we have been involved with it, but the whole ethos has not changed. We already know, for instance, that as an affiliate, you are going to get a domain name, you are going to get a website that is completely designed for you by the company. All of your links are going to be added into that website. All of the products that you have purchased that you're going to resell will be added into that website. And then guess what? The company go out and start marketing those websites on your behalf. This is why being an affiliate is going to make such a difference. Yes, there is customers that are going to just use the products, use the services of Onpassive, but this is for the people that want to make some money. This is for the people that have joined Onpassive to make the passive income that they are looking for. On top of that, guess what else we're going to get? We're going to get a thing called targeted traffic. Now, what is targeted traffic? I can hear you saying it. Traffic's traffic, isn't it? Well, no, it's not. I'll give you a very good example of what exactly targeted traffic is. Everyone's got a mobile phone, right? You only have to search something, or sometimes only even be talking about something. You go onto social media. What do you see pop up on the adverts there? Exactly the thing that you've either searched or even just talked about. That is targeted traffic. The algorithms now that are used within AI and artificial AI and the mobile devices now pick up on what people are actually looking for. Why? Because you stand a far better chance of somebody clicking on that because they're looking for it or they're talking about it. This is where AI comes into it. With Onpassive, as an affiliate, we're tapping into that market. And on top of that, if that's not enough for you as an affiliate, there is going to be the ability to purchase extra targeted traffic so that you can send even more people to your websites. What does this mean in reality? It means eyes on your business. Yes, Onpassive is going to be your business. If you are an affiliate in Onpassive, you have your very own little business in a box. The only difference is it's all in one place. You don't have to be like everyone else, having to get a bit from this website, another bit from that way, another bit from down here, to be able to market online, to get eyes on your products so that people buy it. With Onpassive, that is all done for you. And this is why I believe that being an affiliate in Onpassive is going to be such a sought after position because of the done for you element of it. Back to you, Comfort.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Red, for the powerful introduction as usual. And of course, the all done for you element is always sounds like music to every ear. So over to you, Andy.
He's kind of stolen my thunder, to be fair, but but that's Red for you. No, I think a good example of this is someone like Marty, because Marty has been marketing for 20 years. It has taken him 20 years to get to the position that they're now in. And I don't know what your experience has been, Red, but mine has been appalling. So when we were initially looking at trying to build the foundership or the early bird system, I spent thousands and got absolutely nowhere. So my skills regarding the marketing side of things is pretty non-existent. And for me, this is a breath of fresh air, as you quite rightly pointed out, because at the end of the day, they're going to do the bits and pieces that I don't know how to or don't understand how to. Yes, I'm learning along the way because I think that's important anyway. And I pick up a lot of information, certainly from you guys and the OTech pros, etc. Just understanding how some of the products work makes it easier. Now, why does it make it easier? When you're speaking to somebody, and I'm sure everybody that's on here and is going to listen to this has got friends, even me. I've got a few. They don't talk to me very often, but I've got a few friends. But the thing is, when you understand a product and you know what your friends do for a living, I've got guys that now work remotely, so most of their business is done online from a point of view of a video conferencing scenario. Some of them are have to bring translators in because they deal with another country. And they pay exorbitant fees to use the system that they're currently using, having a translator and using the video conferencing platform, which is very expensive anyway. So it's all of these type of of individuals that you can meet. And if you think about it, if the more you learn about something like OConnect, as an example, the more you speak from a position of power and knowledge. Because I've been in financial services for many years, and I always loved speaking to the presidents, the vice presidents, the CEOs, the COOs, the managing directors, because these guys are superb at their own job because they've got the business and they've worked this business, they've built up to that sort of level. When it comes to the knowledge that I have about financial services, they know nothing. So I'm standing from a position of power. Now, if you relate that to Onpassive and you learn as much as you possibly can about the products, about the blog, about how the system works, about AI and what there's so much information on the blog, guys, you cannot get through it all. And it's so interesting to understand or know what's going on, because as I said, now you're in a position of power and knowledge. And once you've got that, it's not going to leave you. It's going to help you. So I love the system that's in place, because at the end of the day, it does all the bits that I really don't know how to do. I've been a numbers guy all my life. I've got no clue when it comes to marketing. And as I said, it's cost me thousands over the last 4 or 5 years and got absolutely nowhere. So this is where it excites me, when you've got something like specific targeted traffic that we're going to be able to dip into at some point in the future. And having our own real estate from a no domain point of view, so that we have everything on our website for them to offer to potential customers. Again, I didn't know how to set up a website. Okay, they make it easier and easier these days, but the information that I want to put on the website is never really something that's an easy way of doing it. And I really couldn't understand how to do it, which is why when I found Onpassive, I thought, wow, this is something that they're going to do for you. I don't need to worry about that bit. I'm going to concentrate on the bits that I'm good at. Yeah. So back to you, Comfort.
Thanks so much. So right, given the powerful contribution from Andy, and he thinks that understanding the product and stuff, and our topic for today says Onpassive is going to make all of us look professional because they're doing everything for us. But Andy still thinks that understanding the product and maybe telling family and friends is a good thing. And I think this actually brought to mind what Marty was also saying yesterday during OP 360, that you need to know your business by educating yourself and all of stuff. So is there really so much need for all this, again, trying to understand your business, the product and all, when the company is already doing it and you already are a professional even at the beginning of the business?
Well, it's a good question, that really, isn't it, Comfort? Because yes, the company is going to do what we've just said. It is going to market for you. It's going to build your website, give you a domain name and all the rest of it. But, and here is the but, and this is where what Marty was saying and where what Andy's just mentioned here as well. To leave it as a standalone, so the company's going to do all the things you want because you don't want to do that. Are you going to be successful? Yes, you will be, but it's going to take time. It's not going to be a quick affair by any means. But the company are going to do and do the promises that they said they're going to do. But, and this is where the but comes in, if you want to get to a position of financial freedom or time freedom or whatever your level is, and don't forget, guys, my level is different from Andy's, from Comfort's, from people in different countries. We all have a target of what we are kind of looking for to live our comfortable lives. Then you have to start going down the route of learning your business. And learning your business means exactly what Andy said, exactly what Marty has said. Start delving in to all the information that is there. This is not I've got to go looking for it type of information. Everything is laid on for you by Onpassive. If you want to know the ins and outs of every single product that we have in service at the moment, You can do that. There's a user manual. Go to that, read it. That will give you all, and I mean all, of the information that you could possibly want about that product. And this is the good part of learning about your business, your individual business. So that when you are speaking to whoever it is, it doesn't really matter. They might throw a bit of a curveball at you and say, yeah, I've been looking at that O Connect. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Now, if you know nothing about it, you're going to start going, well, yeah, it's the company's kind of thing. But here, go to this link and you can find out more information. Is that going to help you to make a sale? I can tell you now, it's not. Why? Because the person who you are trying to sell to, or to be interested in what you have to offer, is going to think, well, they don't know much about it, do they? I thought this is their business. I thought they knew what was going on. And all because you haven't spent the time doing a bit of research, doing a bit of learning. Listen, everybody knows more than other people. I get that. That is just individuals. But there is no excuse for knowing nothing. That is for sure. You can learn a little bit, and you don't have to go into technical stuff at all. You can go basics. And when I mean basics, let's take O Connect. It's a far superior video conferencing platform that offers more functions and customability for the user to be able to do it online. Anything like that, okay, you're good to go. I haven't been technical. All I've done is put a little bit of a spiel together. Anybody can do that. But the more that you learn, the easier it is going to become. Now, let's go back a minute to what Andy was saying about Marty. Now, I knew Marty before Onpassive. We did a couple of businesses prior to it, and this is how Marty came to me, and Peter Rogers and all the rest of it. Marty is a good marketer, right? He can build big teams. I've seen him done it. I've seen what he can market, and I've seen how he does it. He knows his stuff. But, and here is the but, why isn't he successful already? 20 years, as you said, why isn't he successful already? The reason is because he can market, he can get out there, he can sell, but that's only going to last for a certain period of time. What you need to do is duplicate what you are doing, right? But guess what? You can't, because trying to explain how to do it. And I can remember once I was on a conference call with him, and he was trying to explain to a group of us, a very small group, of how he managed to get one of the adverts into Facebook that went viral. And it went absolutely viral. Now, other people took exactly the same advert and marketed on their Facebook page. And guess what happened? Nothing. Not only that, Facebook blocked them and said they couldn't use it. Yet Marty had managed to get it through the back door, however he was doing it. And these kind of things, you can't teach people. You can give them the information, you can show them what to do, but at the end of the day, they have to do it. And you cannot do it all for everybody. This is the beauty about Onpassive. You can, with confidence, turn around to somebody and say, the company are going to do it all for you, because they are. But if you want to do some of it as well, you can do. And guess what? The tools within our ecosystem of Onpassive are going to be there available to you to use to enhance your Onpassive business. That is why it is a super business to get involved with. Back to you, Comfort.
Thanks so much, Red. Thanks. So after listening, Andy, I just want to take you back to something you said and what Red has said, you and Red have said about Marty. You may be repeating some stuff you said, but for deeper understanding, because if I'm getting it right and somebody needs to get it like me, the excitement would be real, you know. You said earlier on, I'm not sure about now, marketing skill was at zero, was non-existent in you. And on the other hand, Red is testifying that Marty is good at marketing, but apparently he doesn't seem to be that successful yet. But then what brings the joy and the hope here is the fact that to you, Andy, the all done for you mantra is a breath of fresh air. So if you can go back to this and let's
Uh,
see so that other people, you know, can gain something from that. You know.
absolutely. Comfort. There are various elements to marketing. You know, Marty uses something called Aweber, so it's an email marketing system. That's just one of the things that he uses. But I tried that, and I tried Mailchimp, and what you have to do is to try and build up a subscription base or people that you can actually target to market to, because you can't just send out willy-nilly emails to everybody. It doesn't work that way. the, the the problem is it's getting to that level and getting into that level. Now, once you get to that level, you're still not guaranteed a sale. And even if you do get a sale, the problem that you've then got to deal with is the aftercare for the customers, the support. This product doesn't work. I can't make it work. What's the problem with it? You know, you don't, as a salesman, if you like to call us that, you don't want to get involved in those bits and pieces. Now, what Onpassive is going to do for us as affiliates is, as Red mentioned, it's going to build us a website. It's going to drive specific targeted traffic to that website. It's going to close the sale. They're then going to deal with all the customer support, because they're not coming to you. You're simply getting paid a commission from the fact that they purchased something through your customer base. Yeah. And any aftercare and any extra sales that Onpassive does, that customer takes on, you get paid for as well. So I don't have to go back to my customers and go, by the way, we've also got a tracker. So what? The fact is that there is enough information for a customer to have a look at within the ecosystem. Go, that's an interesting product. I might have a look at that. They get some more information and they sign up or they register for that one. You just get paid a commission because that's already one of your customers. Now, I have wiped out the vast majority of the hard work. Yeah, the easy bit is talking to somebody. Now, like you, Red, you know, I have an income goal that I would like to achieve sooner rather than later, because I don't know about you guys out there, but I don't like working. I want to be able to take things easy. I want to be able to go and buy a nice house, a nice car. I want to be able to do the things that financial freedom gives you, and I want to get there sooner rather than later. So I'm not going to sit on my big behind and do nothing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend as much time as I possibly can right now to be able to speak to others. I'm a great one for lists. I know a lot of people don't like lists, but I'm a great one for lists. I'm a Capricorn. What can I say? A planner, right? So I lists of people that are in various different sections. Right. Okay. So this person works on his own. Right. They might want targeted traffic. Right. Okay. Well, that's in the background. This guy works from home. He probably uses a video conferencing platform. I might speak to him about OConnect. You know, it just a little bit of common sense, a little bit of savvy here, and you go, yeah, that's easy. That's the hard work done, because Onpassive is going to do everything else for me. And when we've got specific targeted traffic that we can, then game over. But think of it this way. I take on somebody who is an employee of a large company, and I encourage him to take a look at OConnect. And he takes it to his boss and says, look, this is a fraction of the cost because it's value for money. But by the way, it's got this feature, this feature, this feature, and this feature that Zoom doesn't have or the other platforms don't have. Why don't we try this? They've got a 14-day free trial. The boss goes, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, let's send it out to the rest of the employees. Now you've got all of these other guys in your group. Now what have you done? I've done one. All he's done is send the link out. Now he's not actually looked at it from an affiliate point of view, but if he's a friend of mine, I'd go, by the way, if you like, you could turn this into a business, speak to your boss about it. There's lots of different ways to be able to do this, but as I said, I'm a great believer in lists. But the fact is that they do the bits, they do all the hard graft. I don't have to advertise, right? Plain and simple advertising, and I'm constantly being bombarded by solo ads, and Facebook wants to put Facebook ads up for me, and Google ads, and it just, you're throwing money away because it's never getting there. And Marty gave us a great example. I think it's Shorty, his grandson, was playing on one of the computers, and an advert popped up for a truck. And Shorty's clicked on it and gone, well, this looks interesting. Let's have a look at the truck. They're trying to sell you a truck, but a 4-year-old is not going to buy a truck, is he? That is not exactly specific targeted traffic. So if we've got a system that says this guy's looking for video conferencing platforms, bang, there you go. There's Onpassive. Have a look at this one. You know, this is so much easier and so much less hard work. And it's hard to explain to somebody about how to run a business, because normally you expect to have to do everything, you know, from start to finish. And Pete, bless him, has to be a jack of all trades, because he's got to deal with invoices and you know, supplies coming in. He's got to deal with staff. He's got to deal with the rentals or the property management. He's got to deal with accounts and everything. We don't have to do that. We have to deal with the bits that are important to us. And the more we learn about those bits, the easier it becomes. But instead of having to learn 20 or 30 different things, I have to learn 2 or 3. I'm going to concentrate on those 2 or 3 until I know them. And I'm knowledgeable in such a way that I've got confidence in being able to not only speak to others about it, but also be able to run my business and plan my business properly. Because believe it or not, this is the last business you will ever need. And if you consider looking at another business outside this, personally, I think you're nuts. Back to you, Comfort.
Oh my God. That's powerful, guys. I'm just very excited. Thank you so much. So, Red, for some reason, I think Marty has been part of this session. I'm not sure why he's not sitting here with us. So yesterday he said, O Connect is a business on its own. O Tracker, Academy, O Domain, and so on are all businesses by themselves. So by learning about these sectors of online business, it will help reduce the anxiety while waiting for Onpassive to get to the next phase. So I think this goes
Absolutely.
back to, yeah, I think this is going back to what you both are saying. How soon do you want to get to that top, or to make that target, success you want? So over to you, Red. Say as much as you want. Then Andy has the
Yeah,
burden
I
to.
mean, Andy, you said some amazing things there. You really have, and you really have. If you can, we can keep on expanding what we're talking about here about why Onpassive is going to make all affiliates look like experts. Quite frankly, it's because of the amount they're going to do for you that you do not have to do. If you want to be passive, you can be passive. If you want to get to a certain point quicker, then you have to learn about your business. But Marty's absolutely right. Every individual product that you purchase to resell is a separate standalone business on its own. We can't accentuate that enough, how important to understand that is. Is it all going to go into one pot? Yes, it is. Okay, because you're going to have this product, that product, the others. You're going to make a bit of commission on there, one from here, and it all goes into the same pot. But as far as how they all operate individually from each other, but also collectively. I know it sounds a bit Irish, but that's also how it's going to work. This is why I really firmly believe that Onpassive will have something for everybody, right? Whatever your stage is or whatever your ability is, there is something for you in Onpassive. And that is the beauty about it, because they have made a business that is available to so many. And we haven't even touched on the customer side of things. We're just talking about the affiliates. We're talking about the money end of Onpassive, not what the customer end of Onpassive is going to be. And in my opinion, Marty, I've said it to Marty loads of times. He completely agrees, and he says it many, many times. I actually believe that the customer side of Onpassive is going to be larger than the affiliate side of Onpassive. Why? Because it makes their life easier. And really, that's the bottom line and the only need for the majority. How many people do you know that use Zoom? Everybody? And I bet many of those are paying at minimum of £15, $15 a month. They pay it because they want to use it because it makes their life easier. How many people do you know that use HR system or a education system, or they use a domain name, or they use a web service? All of these things people are using now. Now, today on my live, I talked about market caps and about why that is so important, because it is the gauge of when you are entering the online space. You have to have a bit of a gauge of what are people using, how many of them are using it, and all the rest of it, to see not only if what you are doing is going to be viable, but to see what your catchment is. This is what happens online. And I can assure you that the standalone businesses that Marty mentioned that we know about right now literally have billions of people using them already. If you combine them, there is billions already. Billions of people a year use Zoom. I think it's something like 300 million a month or something stupid that use Zoom. And that's why this market cap of the video conferencing solutions is such a big one, because if you break it down, how many players are there in that field? Not many. 10, 12, 15. That's about all. There isn't many. And so when we come into the marketplace, we are going to offer something that is not there. Now, everybody loves a deal. We do it without even knowing. You go shopping, you go to the supermarket, 2 for 1. Oh, I use that. I'll have some of that. Bargain for me, that is. Save me some money. And that is exactly what's going to be happening all the time. Andy was mentioning about they might not want this one. They might have something else. They go to the ecosystem. They'll click on that. Oh, I like the look of that. Put on top of that the direct marketing that Onpassive are going to do to every single person who has an email address within the ecosystem. They're going to be sending out offers. They're going to say, if you buy this and this, you can have that for nothing. If you pay quarterly, we'll give you a 50% reduction. All of these things are going to be doing behind the scenes without you having to do anything. That is the beauty of this business, is that you speak to somebody, come and have a look. Come and have a look. You will not regret it. Use it. Most of them are free. Have a look at this one. It's 14-day free trial. If you don't like it, no problem. Move on. But if you do like it and you're already using something similar, why not buy it? Because you won't regret it, because it's far better. And that is a terminology that you want to be using. Don't look like a salesman, because it's not going to work. Talk about how this is going to help you as a person or a business or anything like that. That is the terminologies that you want to be using. But to be able to do that, we go all the way back to saying, if that's your choice, You need to learn about the products, learn about Onpassive, and above all, learn about what the ecosystem and everything else is going to do. Back to you, Comfort.
Wow. Thank you. Thanks. So, Andy, I just hand it over to you. Whatever you have to say, closing
Okay,
remark.
I'm gonna give you a work back scenario. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you want to earn another $1,250 a month. I'm going to make it nice and easy. And let's say that OConnect, and guys, this is guesswork, okay? So these are all guesstimates; they're not exact. But let's say that OConnect, for the vast majority of customers that we take on, it's going to cost them $50 a month. Right? We know we get 25% of that. So if we take on 100 customers, we've got $1,250. Okay, 12 times 100. $12.50 times 100, 1,250. Okay, and let's say, for argument's sake, that it's going to take you, for every 5 people that you speak to, 1 will say yes. So now I have to speak to 500 people. So on your list of people to talk to, you should have at least 500. If you haven't, get them. Now, if you want 12,250, 12,500, I beg your pardon, then you need 1,000 clients. So therefore, you need 5,000 people to speak to. So again, with your lists. But it doesn't stop there. This is the beauty of it. Okay, so because you've taken on 100 customers, those 100 customers might buy OTracker, or they might buy ODomain, as Red said. So your income increases. Now, just at $1,250 a month, you are above the UK average old age pension. Retirement pension plan that would give you more than. So all you have to do is to find 100 customers to more than double your existing old age pension that you've worked 30 years to do. How long would it take you to get 100 customers? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to sit on the phone, because at the end of the day, all I need to do is to speak to 500 people, and I collect no's. I need 4 no's for every 1 yes. So every time I speak to somebody, I'm hoping they'll say no, because that brings me nearer to someone who'll say yes. Make it easy for yourself. Thanks, Comfort. Back to you.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I think we can go on and on and on and on. Red, did you want to make a closing remark too, or are you happy?
No. Again, do you know something, Comfort? You come up with some great topics. This is why I love coming on here, because they're interesting. You know, the topics that you think of are genuinely of interest to the general public out there. Whether you're an affiliate, whether you're a customer of Onpassive, or whether you've just stumbled on this video, they are of interest. And if I was a new person just listening to what we've been talking about now, would it perk my interest? Yeah, you're damn right it would do. And this is why I think it's really important to keep in mind, when we are talking about Onpassive and when we are being in the public eye, that we certainly need to think in the background, there might be a completely new person watching this right now. And this is why I love this business, is because we've talked about this now, haven't we, and all the rest of it. But for somebody who came to here new, they're going to want to know more. I certainly would do. I'd be going, what's all this about? I like the sound of this. And that is exactly why I believe Onpassive is going to be humongous in the future, because that is exactly what people are looking for. Back to you.
Wow, thank you so much. And of course, Gifty, the gift of Onpassive, says she really did enjoy the conversation. And she says, thank you. Everybody is saying that. So I really appreciate you for another powerful session this evening. Guys, why not share it? We can't keep this to ourselves. Almost everybody who is here is aware of what Red and Andy were saying. Those who need to know are not here, but let's send it back to them. And if you've forgotten to subscribe to our channels, kindly remember to do so, and see you soon. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. I like this new time, by the way.
So do I.
Oh, 10. Okay, sounds good. Let's go for it.